Here in Columbus, Ohio, did we have another week of gains, losses, or a combination of both? You want to keep on watching. Hey, what's up? It's Riggs here, a realtor with Coldwell Banker, and we are looking at another week of real estate stats here in Columbus, Ohio, in our Central Ohio market. Welcome to my channel. Now, every week we've been looking at real estate stats, and we look at four various categories. We start with new listings, we then look at transactions in contract, we look at showing activity, and then we wrap up the categories with closings that have happened in any respective 7-week period. Now, we always look at 2 weeks of data so we can compare, and all of our data comes from the Columbus MLS or the Columbus Multiple Listing Service. So let's jump right in. All right, so the 2 weeks that we're looking at would be April 9th through April 16th. And then our new week that we are assessing today will be April 16th through April 23rd. So let's start with new listings. For the week of April the 9th, we had 700 new listings on the market in that period of time. And remember, we had 33% of those new listings were in contract within those first 7 days. Now, looking at our week that we're comparing now, being April the 16th, that respective week, we had 701 new listings on the market. But check this out. There were 42% of those new listings for this week that were in contract within the first 7 days. Now, this is the biggest gain that we've seen in this percentage of new listings in contract since we've been looking at this data over the last several weeks. This is almost a 10% gain, which is quite impressive. Now, what I also like here is that the number of new listings is still holding from that previous week to the week that we're looking at, which is really fantastic because it's showing sellers are still putting homes back on the market. What I think is happening right now as those sellers who were waiting are seeing that other homes, when they're priced right, when they are in good condition, and in ideal locations that people want to live in, they are going into contract still incredibly quickly. I know that firsthand with clients that I'm working with. So it's really great to see new listing activity is up, but then what's even greater here is that homes in contract, that percentage is up, showing the strength of those listings hitting the market, and that our market is still responding with buyers who have interest. All right, our next category we're going to look at is those transactions or those homes in contract. For the week of April the 9th, we had 587 homes or transactions in contract. This week we're looking at the week of April the 16th. We had 731 homes in contract within that 7-day period. Now, this is a big gain, and I think this is a pretty big gain. It might be the largest we've had over the span of time we've been looking at this, which is incredibly positive. It is showing homes that are on the market are going into contract, and that number is higher. Now, I like to see this because right now, in many respects in Columbus, we are still very much in a seller's market. So for buyers to get homes in contract is challenging. Most buyers, again, with that same criteria of price, condition, and location, they are fighting it out with multiple offers. So to see a jump in this category is incredibly positive, that buyers are able to put things in contract and are able to move things along that transaction timeline. The third category we're going to look at here is showing activity. So remember, we are looking at showing activity for Coldwell Banker listings, okay? Now, for the week of April the 9th, there was 1,056 showings requested in that respective week. For the week of April the 16th, there were 1,209 showings on Coldwell Banker listings. Again, this is a combination of in-person showings as well as virtual, but that number is another big gain for us over the weeks that we've been looking at. So it kind of coincides with the fact that listings are up, and contracts are up. But I think for me, listings being up and showing activity being up are a direct correlation. Now I've got buyers who are seeing those homes hitting the market, and I know I can say firsthand, working with my buyer clients, I have been seeing that more listings are hitting the market, so my buyers have more interest in really wanting to get out there and see some things because they've got options to look at. So this is another big gain. Really great to see that activity on both sides for sellers and for buyers is on that upswing, and it's still looking really good. And the last category that we'll look at here is closing activity. So again, for the week of April the 9th, there were 550 total closings that happened in that 7-day period. For the week of April the 16th, there were 563 closings that happened in that respective 7-day period. Now, this one for me, I love to watch because the reality is, sellers can put their home in the market, buyers can get them in contract, buyers can do showings, but if they're not closing, it starts to make you concerned. And this is one that's back on the upswing for us. Slight increase here, showing that buyers are able to close those respective transactions that they've started. This is good on both sides, from a buyer perspective, from a lender perspective, and knowing how this pandemic is essentially impacting the real estate market. You may know there are many buyers right now who have been in this process, but because their income has changed, they're furloughed, lending requirements have changed, it has caused some buyers to not be able to get to closing. So to see a gain in this category is positive for those buyers who are leveraging financing. Obviously, if you're in a space where you're a buyer who has cash or an investor who has cash, this, may not be so exciting for you, but it really is for me, knowing I'm working with buyers who are securing financing for their purchase. It means they're able to finish. It's showing lenders are able to finish strong, and it's good all the way around. So there you have it. For this respective week of April 16th that we are comparing, we had gains in all 4 categories. This is positive, knowing that for us, we've got a May 1st end of our stay-at-home order, as much as I know it to be, and there will be some starting back up of our economy. So this is positive to show an upswing in the activity in the real estate market, but I do still think that there is a way to go. I don't think everything's just going back to normal come May 1 here in Columbus, but I do like seeing that we are on that upswing, that the real estate activity is picking up. So as we continue to move back towards the new normal for us here, I think that real estate market and the growth and the activity that is all positive will continue. Well, that's all I have for now. I appreciate you for watching. Do make sure you subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video, and as always, give it a like so I know as well. And always, any comments, questions, concerns you have, hit me up in the comment section below. I love to hear from you guys when it comes to real estate market stats. You stay fabulous and productive and well, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.